blood starts to dance. Tickers run wild like a snake in the grass. Fingers twitch fast, orders thrown in. Dreams on the line, world spinning again. Shots like a maze, my head's on fire. Failure whispers, but I aim higher. Prop test gates trying to shake my pride. Won't stay down, I'll break the tide. Trade the chaos, make it mine. Turn the losses into shine. Grit and sweat, brick by brick. Crack the code and make it stick. Trade the chaos, make it mine. Turn the losses into shine. Grit and sweat, brick by brick. Crack the code and make it stick. Test after test, I'm kissing the edge. Risk and reward, I made my pledge. Futures clash, the screen's alive. Bankroll breathing, it's how I survive. Fear and greed, they speak my name. Fight through shadows, win this game. Strategy tied, I'm locked and loaded. Profit streams, my brain's decoded. Trade the chaos, make it mine. Turn the losses into shine. Grit and sweat, brick by brick. Crack the code and make it stick. Trade the chaos, make it mine. Turn the losses into shine. Grit and sweat, brick by brick. Crack the code and make it stick. Ooh, I'm moody for the bag, man. Like looking at the Titanic. I'm ready for another tear. We'll keep our stand, get curved now. Ooh, I'm moody for the bag, man. Like looking at the Titanic. I'm ready for another tear. We'll keep our stand, get curved now. Trade the chaos, make it mine. Turn the losses into shine. Grit and sweat, brick by brick. Crack the code and make it stick. Trade the chaos, make it mine. Turn the losses into shine. Grit and sweat, brick by brick. Crack the code and make it stick. Eyes on the screen, blood starts to dance. Tickers run wild like a snake in the
Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing? Somebody give me a sound check. Let me know if you guys hear me okay, if everything is good. Let me go to this layout. I think I want to be on this layout. That's good. All right, we're ready to go. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's the sound? How's the view? Give me some love, please. Let me know if you guys hear me okay. Good morning, Ashwin. Nice to see you. Nice to see you guys. Hi, hi, hi. We are in wealth charts land, guys. We are in wealth charts land. We're going to trade wealth charts today. We're going to trade wealth charts tomorrow. We're going to trade wealth charts Thursday. Very excited. I have my setups all organized here. Matter of fact, you know what? We got to trade in. Let's go buy this. Oh, this is the wrong thing. Okay, shoot. Let me fix this. This should be here on the sell limit. And the stop loss should be what? 2080, right? So it should be right underneath there. Okay. All right, let's see if this works. Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing? Let me know if you guys hear me okay. I have the setup ready to go. I'll explain everything as we go. I just have a small trade in NAS, which may not work, which may be going against us, but that's okay. That's fine. We are positive bid in equities today. Inflation remains muted. Obviously positive news out of trade all over the weekend, and now he's in the Middle East. Everybody's looking for him to do big deals in the Middle East. He said he wants to do $1 trillion worth of deal commitments out of there, including probably a lot of AI purchases out of UAE. So we'll see where that goes. Generally, we've had a very, very strong move here all the way through the night. So not at all impossible for us to have a little bit of a corrective moment here, but I want to pretty much scalp from the long side if I can, unless we really, really reverse and we start giving up the trend. But for now, the trend remains relatively positive, and we are doing our typical usual thing, which is we're just going to take the positive dots on a crossover, meaning that if it goes from a red dot to a green dot, we want to be long that green dot because it's a momentum move to the upside. I took this trade over here, clearly not working right now, and this may be like the first one in a long time that has not worked for me. But generally, the idea is very, very simple. And as you can see, I read these are accounts that just started. These are all wealth charts accounts. And what's really cool about wealth charts is we can trade two separate accounts, two separate instruments all over the place. So we can actually trade the S&P, we can trade NASDAQ, and we can trade gold to our heart's content. Gold actually has a signal here. Gold is negative bid, meaning it's really unwinding. The positive signals in gold have been very, very weak this morning, but we do have a red to green crossover, worth a shot. I'm going to give it a shot if this thing holds, if the green signal holds, and the gold is a 1040 tick trade over here on the side. Now S&P, which I'm introducing today, is a 4 tick profit, 16 tick stop here again on the scalp. Those are maximum stops. We'll adjust them as the candle completes to give ourselves the low of the candle as the stop, which a lot of times is going to be less. So I'm just watching gold right now, see if this green dot holds. 6-7 seconds left. All right, long gold. The target is going to be at 46.4 over here. And let's take a look at what's NASDAQ doing for ourselves. NASDAQ is flat, not really breaking out to the upside. This probably is going to go against us, but it's fine. We're at the proper stop here. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Meantime, let's get a little bit bigger here. Oops, a little too big. What happened here? What did I just do? Oh, here it is. Okay. I lost my S&P. S&P, no signals here. There really is no signal. This was the signal in the S&P. See this little red to green dot? This would have been the buy. Now I'm just going to have to stay patient and let that trade play itself out. See how it goes. How's gold doing? Gold we got done on gold. That gold trade just worked. You saw that $100 right then and there. What we're doing is very, very simple. Who's new in the room here today that wants to say to me, wants to understand what we're doing? Give me a question mark. Give me a question mark in comments. That's all I need from you. If you type in a question mark, I'll explain. If you don't type in a question mark, we'll just keep going. Hardcore here. I'm going to take this trade in the S&P just for shits and giggles so you guys can actually see it. It's a second green dot, but it's not bad. It's positive trend. I want to do it. All right. Okay, so this is a 1 point up, 4 point stop, which is quite correct because this is right underneath this candle. Let's see if it works out for me. And then we're also, I think we're also in the NASDAQ trade, same thing. NASDAQ trade rallied a little bit higher into the zone, but still hasn't hit my target. We'll see. All right, I see a lot of question marks. Thank you, Lafaka, Angela, James, Jessica. Wonderful. Now that we have a little bit more people in the room, I got a nice surprise for you guys. I'm going to give away a free Apex account today. Let me show you how this is all going to work. Bear with me a second. We're going to go at the end of the show into this Wheel of Frames. It's a really, really cool little software. These are not anybody's names. These are just fake names, but I'm going to put in everybody who registers. I'm going to put their names in. Whoever wins, it's all going to be, very much transparent at the end of the show. I will give you a free account. So here's the sign up page for this. Go ahead, sign up, and I will give you a free $50,000 account with well charts at the end of the show. Just part of the new thing. Every day I'm going to do this. I love this little thing. We're going to put everybody's name in here. Probably 5-10 minutes before we close. And then we'll do the spin out. So I just want let you know ahead of time now. In the meantime, we're just watching these two positive trade, two long trades, one in NASDAQ, one in the S&P. Neither one of them kind of working really well right now, but it's fine. We'll let it be. So let me explain to you what I've been doing, why it's been so successful, and generally why I've adopted my trading methodology to this approach. This is an indicator called BFF Scalper that contains 4 different strategies inside of it, and this is just one of them. You by no means have to follow this one strategy. This is the one strategy I like to use because it's it's perfectly designed for me because it uses very short-term targets, controlled risk, and allows me to basically scalp, which is ultra short-term trade. The underlying idea behind the strategy is the following. We have 2 moving averages, the short moving average, which is the 8 period, which is blue, the long term, which is 200. 8 above 200 is positive trend, right? Ooh, looks like I got stopped out of my NASDAQ trade and stopped out of my S&P trade. So now we're going to go the other way. We got 48 seconds left. We're going to go the other way on both of these positions. Let's see if it's going to work. It looks like the trend is getting a little exhausted, so we have a little bit of a corrective mood, which is fine. Let me just make sure I got this organized here. I need this at 20 ticks. I'll explain after I do the trade. 80 ticks. Okay. 20 seconds left. I'm gonna go short on both of these, assuming the red dot holds, because this is a turn condition in both of these indicators. So let's see if this works. I've got 5, 4, 3. So market. All right, let's see if we get any continuity here. I'm looking for 1 point move in the S&P, which I almost just got done. What happened here? Did I not get done? Here we go. Come on. And I'm looking for a 5 point. That got done in the S&P, and I'm looking for a 5 point move in NASDAQ, and both of those got done. And we're back in business, and we're back to almost $51,000. So what is this all about? It's all about making very focused short-term trades in momentum mode. And momentum mode is showcased by our indicator. Whenever we have a red dot, that's a negative momentum. Whenever we have a green dot, that's a positive momentum. There are rules that we want to follow relative to trend. So, for example, in trend, if we're up a positive trend, you absolutely want to take the green dots much more than you want to take the red dots. And what I do in order to really keep myself at bay and keep myself disciplined is I only take one red dot or green dot at a time at a momentum slice. So if I have a move from red to green, I'll take this first signal and that's it. And then I'll have to wait until I get another shift from red to green, and then I'll take that one. And I won't take the second one. I take the third. In this one, I took the second one just to kind of showcase it to you, and and I paid the price. The point being is the first signal within the first momentum signal within trend is by far the highest probability. So the idea here is what you're looking to do is be 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10 accurate, right? We're looking for very, very short moves with a high degree of accuracy and a maximum stop of 1 to 4. But generally, the stops are going to be like 1 to 3, 1 to 2. So they're not as bad. But the most important part is the accuracy part. As long as you stay on trend, on momentum, you have a very, very strong chance. Going counter trend, which would be in this case, both. This is, we're positive bid, but we have a counter trend signal. Is not something I will do a lot, but I will do it after a large period of trend movement, right? So generally, what I like to do is I really want to have at least one successful counter trend cycle. So in this case, this is a successful cycle where this was a red signal and this completely, TP'd before I even consider taking counter trend moves around, because counter trend moves are by far less accurate than trend moves, right? We're still essentially right now in positive trend, although in a corrective mode in positive trend. So in this case, for example, if I were to get a green dot on either NASDAQ or S&P, I would take it. In the meantime, when we go to gold, gold is negative trend. It's the blue is below the 200. It's the sell signals are much stronger signals, and these are the sell signals. These are the red dots. They work much better than the green dots. But again, I would take the green dots if I've had a successful green dot resolution. In this case, you had one successful green dot resolution, 2. So in this case, when I took the green dots over here, that was already a third counter trend resolution. Remember, every trend ends, and we are looking, when we're doing counter trend moves, what we're looking for is any signals that the trend is either ending or correcting, at least in the move. But until we get signals for that, we're staying with trend and momentum as our idea. On the S&P, Tony, the stop is 1.4, 1.4 stop target. Okay. That happens. You can have divergences. Different pricing, different platforms. It happens, Fabio. Sometimes you're gonna get. I get different dots on the micros than I do on the minis. It's just a matter of platform. Sometimes you're gonna get divergences. Thank you. So speaking of like free accounts, if you guys want free prop accounts, yes, you can win one today. But if you don't want luck to be your sorry, you know what? Let's watch this. Hang on a second. I'm watching this. I have another negative setup here in NASDAQ with a $1.04. This was a positive move over here that I actually missed. We had a big positive move. Let me watch the markets here for a second. These are all negative moves, pretty serious negative moves. Let me go down on the one. I'm just going to go one trade. 46 seconds left. If this stays red dot, I'm going to sell it again. I'm going to sell this negative move. But it's a big volatility move, so let's make sure that it needs to close. This very often will happen where you have these huge corrective moves, but in the candle races, back to the high or back to the open, as the buyers are, or as the sellers, sort of are satisfied, and the buyers come back, bid it up. Remember, it's still positive trend, positive bid. See, in NQ, it already disappeared. So there's no signal in NQ. In NASDAQ, in the S&P, there's still the red dot signal. So we're still going to stay with it. We're going to sell it here. So we're going to try to see if we can get that 1 point move in the S&P. And we may not, because this is a very, very high volatility move. See, the Nasdaq was a divergence move. We got clipped on that. That's fine. Be that as it may. I'll come back and trade it again to the side. I honestly did not want to take the S&P, but I wanted to show you the setup. A lot of the stuff I'm going to take in live is always going to be me just showing you the setup rather than me taking the absolute perfect trade. But let's see. Let's see what goes on here. There's a lot of vol. Oh, it's 9:30. No wonder. It's the opening. Sorry, guys. I totally forgot this was opening range. I shouldn't have even traded. It's 9:30. It's fine. We'll come back and get this done again. Not a problem. This is positive bid. I'm gonna if this stays this way, I'll take this trade in Nasdaq. No, I'm not giving you free funded accounts. Life does not work that way, my friend. Would you like me to give you Elon Musk's fortune also? No, these are evaluation accounts, of course. You got to prove you can trade, but they're free, which is great. Okay, so what I have 22 seconds left. I'm watching this. All right, long Nasdaq here. See if we can make the 5 points. There we go, 5 points on that. And let's buy this to see if I can get the 1 point on the S&P here. That's not really actually, honestly, it's not a green dot. It's a green diamond, which is it's a trend signal, not a momentum signal. Not a good signal. I shouldn't have taken this. I'm kind of watching too many things, but fuck it. I generally, I brought S&P here just to give you more choices, but it's really stupid. Remember, my number one rule of life is trade what you're best at, and I'm really much better at Nasdaq than I am at the S&P. If I was trading S&P exclusively, I'd be doing that, but this is kind of unnecessary. Fuck this. I'm going to flatten out of the S&P. I'm not going to trade the S&P with you guys. There's no reason for me to do this. I'll trade Nasdaq. I'll trade gold. Let's do this. Fuck the S&P. See, gold would have been a good trade. Let's just trade gold and Nasdaq. I don't want to do both. I just brought it over there because I know some people were trading S&P, but you are welcome to trade it yourself. Let's just look for good signals. I don't want to do the typical thing of let me do 1,000 trades just because I want to show you trades and then just get completely hosed on stupid ideas, which I never do in my real account life. So let's leave that alone. All right. We're just going to leave it as is right now. Yeah, Nico, I missed the whole gold because I was focusing on the S&P, and I got clipped on it as a result. Okay, that's fine. I'm just fooling around a little bit with the gold signal. It's negative bid, negative candle over here. So I'll see if I can just maybe clip out $100 out of here on this move. Again, not a setup for me, not a proper setup, but just a cowboy setup that I'm giving myself permission to do. All right, good job. That worked out. I took $100 out of the gold trade. I think it's this account. Yeah, the 5083. That's fine. All right, so let me show you the game plan of what we try and do. When done properly, what I'm basically trying to do is there's approximately between 3 to 5 legitimate signals in an hour in each one of these instruments. So let's assume best case scenario 10 signals in an hour, and best case scenario every one of those signals hits at $100 a trade. That's $1,000 in an hour. That's the best case scenario. The realistic case scenario is probably going to do about between $200 and $300 an hour. But if you do $200-300 an hour in 1 hour, just a couple of hours gives you $600, which gives you just 3 or 4 days. You're funded to target. And as I showed you yesterday, I had my TradeAvate account, which yesterday I left you guys with a TradeAvate account at 52. It's 52,300 now. It's $700 away from target, and it was only started on Monday. These accounts I just started literally I think last night. Again, I need to run them to 53 to get funded. So is this and this is in a very stupid, kind of aggressive way of trading. If you do this methodically, you have every possible chance of taking an account to funding within, let's say, realistically 5 to 10 days. And then once you take it to funding, obviously, you can lower your size, or even, if you take several of these to fund it, you can trade at this size and then just take one to pay out. It's a game of numbers, it's a game of probability, and it's a game of precision. Precision is the hardest thing to master. That's the art that we try to work on all the time. And where I'm trying to help you with that is in my coaching. So let me actually just give you the link here. This is sort of like the full package of coaching, indicators, everything Kathy does, 6 months of membership in our room, and free accounts without being in a raffle. You don't have to be in a raffle to come get this. This is the full package that I offer you. I'm going to give you, if you do the package, you get 3 free accounts. I just sent a few more people last night. Happy to do it every single day. If you are already a BK member and are in a monthly or a small, or like a beginner bundle, I'll refund you the money if you do this package, and then I'll give you 3 free Apex accounts. So I'm just basically giving you the best possible deals I can on all of this, so that you could really have a full advantage of a 6 months coaching funded program. Go through the process where you have a really, really reasonable chance of getting funded, and then a reasonable chance of getting paid out, which is really what it's all about. So this approach that I use is only one out of many that we could do in terms of getting paid out. But I like to use this one with you guys live because obviously it creates a lot of opportunities, lots of chances for us to trade. And what I like about it is it's a very focused approach. If you're a focused person, this is going to be our, let me find you guys. Where are you? I want to do, okay, here we go. I'm going to do a poll, and I'll answer this honestly. Question I put up for you is, are you focused when you trade? Because if you have good focus, this is a perfect strategy for you. Did I send you guys the link to the raffle? Let me find it. Where is that raffle? Here we go. This is the raffle sign up. If there's a pop-up window, just ignore it. Just fill in the name, and you're going to go into the wheel of fortune for the accounts, and you'll have a good time with it. Let's see what else is going on over here. Anything new? blah. Headlines. Okay. Nothing much, but but all generally positive news on the macro front, right? And obviously negative news for gold. Now, okay, I did send it out. Okay, great. Let me see if any of you guys have signed up yet. Let me look at this. Where is this thing? Bear with me a sec here, guys. Oh, wow. Yeah, you guys all signed up. Nice. Okay, sign up more. Let's go. Everybody sign up. Have a good time. I'd love to give one out to somebody who's new, who's never traded. Okay. So, we're getting a negative signal in NAS, right? Red dot. Positive trend, red dot momentum goes away. So not a signal yet. We got how much time? 22 seconds left. By the way, the really cool part. Look at wealth charts. Look how easy it is for me to trade and watch at the same time. No change of venues. Wealth charts. Also, Rob told me that wealth charts just upgraded their feed to CME. You can actually see it. Look how well it's executing. No signal, by the way. See that signal went away at the last second. Always really important to wait and watch. Make sure that the signal completes before we take the trade. If the next candle goes red, then we'll take that one. It's our motto is enter late, exit early. Always late, exit early. That's the key to success in what we do. So, if you want to kind of turbocharge, right? Turbocharge the scalping. The scalping I generally do is like, go from red to green, change of venue, change of momentum, take the trade. And if you really want to be precise, then just only take green changes in an uptrend, red changes in a downtrend. Trade to the strength, right? Jake, the 1 minute chart just gives you a little bit too much noise. The 2 minute is like a perfect, like you could do it on the 1 minute chart, but you get a little bit too much noise on the chart. We started with the 1 minute and went to the 2 minute because it was a little bit less noisy, which is much better for us, Okay, in the scalping approach that I do, Tom, the target is fixed. In this particular thing, the target is just fixed at 1 point or 5 points or $1. So I'm trading fixed targets, floating stops. So all I got to move is my stop. All right. Fabio, just contact the bkforex.com. Just message me. I'll take care of it. If you haven't gotten funded, it's because probably this is a very common problem. You guys came in on one email and you paid on a different email and I can't find you. So if you haven't gotten refunded and you paid me, then email me and tell me exactly what email you paid with, and then I can look it up. Okay, $1.20 on the clock. Possible reversal signal here. Let's see. You want to learn trading? This is the place, my friend. Come here, hang out with us every single day. Join our community. Let me give you the free join link. If you want to get serious and become a student, get this package, and I'll get you set up not just with with signals and indicators and coaching, but I'll get you set up with free accounts as well. So it's a full service business to help you trade. So what I was going to say is, you want to kind of, if you really want to be super aggressive and you want to really press your eval accounts, try to get them, sometimes get them funded in 2 or 3 days, you can press the red dots 2 or 3 times. What I like to do is, because remember, we're negative trend, so you can sell this. If you get a new red dot, you press this, press the side that is the trend side. This probably is not a great idea, but what the hell? Let me just sort of show you the example. I'm going to be a seller here. This is obviously very, very deep in the money, but let's sell. So again, I'm just looking for for a dollar move here. It's probably going to retrace against me. Probably going to be a bad idea. But this is 3rd or 4th red dot in a downtrend. But it's still, if I'm going to press my trades, I want to press them in a direction of the trade, direction of the trend. Obviously, you want to press those trades in the first 2 or 3 momentum dots, not in the 4th or 5th like I'm doing right now. If this trade gets done, it'll be a pure miracle, but we'll take it. See, and it does get done. No, come on, bitch, get in there. All right, I'm going to flatten out. Okay, I took half the profit instead of full profit because it just missed my target, and there was no reason for me to hang in this trade. I knew it was going to retrace. By the way, look how cool it is that you can just hit the flatten button on trade wealth charts, and you're done. You're just done. Okay, so sorry guys, I gotta sneeze. Oh god. Oh, I'm not doing my best imitation of Emmanuel Macron. I actually do have massive allergies, so it's just impossible. I'm just always sneezing here during springtime. Thank you. Emergency button, right? Yeah, the flatten button is like the emergency button. It's a really, really good button to have. And you see how it's all. What I love about it is the layout is all right in front of you. You could just press it really hard. A lot of times I'll be in a trade and I'll actually have my mouse on the flatten button, ready to go if it just starts to turn my way. Because remember, half a loaf is better than none. $80, $60, $70 is better than $0, or much better than negative $200, $300, right? The whole idea is to just accrue. Like this account was literally $50,000. It's $5,800. Like in the last couple of hours. It's very, very fast to P&L this stuff if you let it go. Okay, green dot in here, $1.24 in the. So again, this is sort of a late trade, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 dots, but it's both a trend signal and a dot signal with a $1.04. If it holds at this level, I'll buy it. It's basically we're trading the highs of the day. We're looking for continuity. And this is a really cool part about like me trading with you guys is during real-time market hours, when you have probability of trend conditions means continuity upon continuity upon continuity, we can actually trade in more than one green dot just to see if we can ratchet up the P&L. That's a big ass move here. This is a 40-point candle move. So quite a lot. I got 17 seconds left. Oh, wait, hold on. This is all wrong. Okay, buy market. We're long here at the top of this candle. Let's see if it Let's see if it goes our way, or it may just. Now, this is a huge candle, and generally I wouldn't be doing this candle because the volatility in this candle is so huge. But I want to show you, continuity trades. I want to show you trades that hopefully hit 71, 81, flatten. Okay, fine. We took 81 out of this thing, nice and easy. Another $80 in super fast conditions. Again, why did I take this so fast? Because the risk here was massive. It was like a $50 risk. I was only going to be able to hold my position to about a half candle. In other words, this thing could retrace half candle, come back up, and still be in a positive trend condition. This kind of a big, large, more than 20-point candle is not something I normally would take as a trade, but I took it. Every futures stop and target has to be done in ticks. Remember, I'm doing a futures platform. Futures trade in ticks. CFDs trade in points. So when I'm giving you points, it's I should be giving you ticks, but it's easier for people to understand what points are. And some people are trading on the CFD platforms. So I give you. It's just generally people don't think in ticks. Ticks is only something that futures traders think about, but it's 20 ticks, 80 ticks, 520 on 5 points, 20 points, 4 ticks, 16 ticks S&P, 10 ticks, 40 ticks gold, right? That's the standard stops and targets. Sorry, Tom. Do you mean these labels, these green, red labels? I don't use them. I mean, were you not here yesterday? I said that I don't use them now because what I want to trade with you guys now is this pure momentum, hardcore 100 points per trade strategy. The reason why I want to do that is kind of twofold. One, it's actually very, very lucrative and profitable. It's probably the most, if you're a scalper, this is the best scalping strategy there is. And two, because a lot of people have a hard time grasping dynamic stops, dynamic targets, and that's a concept that I will explain much more in coaching, right? So when we're doing live to essentially a global audience, it's much easier for them to understand. I'm just targeting $100 per trade, which is $1 in gold, $5 in NASDAQ. And two contracts in the S&P if I do the S&P. I'm not trading the S&P. Fuck the S&P. But so that's why I when I'm trading live with you guys, I want to keep it the most simplest, the easiest to understand, and the best to target. So here we go. Do I want to chase this trade? This is the ultimate kind of chase trade. This is really, really hard to do, because this is one, 2, 3, 4, fourth green dot, right? But we'll do it because I just want to show you that you can really, really amplify your moves on momentum moves here, because market is really, really moving momentum. 4 seconds left. I'm going to buy this over here, and let's see if this does me. And there it does me again. And you see how it really, really hard to chase that big trade. But when you're chasing it for just 5 points in a high momentum structure. Now, in this particular case, this trade was actually pretty good because the candle wasn't massive. The candle was kind of like 18, 20 points. So if this was going to go up, you were short of profit without having to really worry about the loss, because if it was going to retrace here, that would have broken the pattern. But you knew it wasn't going to break the pattern. But you see, and similar over here. Is it worthwhile to sell short this gold over here? This is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th gold dot. Probably not. But I'm pretty confident that if you sold this, this red dot in gold, if it stays a red dot, the big if it stays a red dot. If it doesn't stay a red dot, that kind of tells you that most of the selling is done. You probably have a reasonable chance to still, P&L $100. The point being is that we've been together for a whopping 20, 30 minutes, and I've been able to do like $500 worth of winning trades. 5 to 6 positive trades on the account, just by keeping it very, very simple. Yes, there is a way to remove the confirmation. I think you can, and Joe, please ask them because I'm really, really bad at the functionality of the platform. I'm still learning the platform myself. But I removed it because, I think the first time it came up, it says, "Do you want to remove the confirmation?" Where is this? Maybe it's in the. It's probably let's go see configure chart, drawing tools. Chart templates, technical analysis. If I were to guess, I'm not sure where it is, but I'll ask them. Yeah, there's so much functionality in this platform that I'm not sure about it. Is a toggle switch on your trading screen? Greg, Greg, walk me through. Give me the exact sequence of steps. Is it over here? Oh, trade confirmation off or on? Yeah, sorry. Right here. Right here. Okay, that answers it. That gives you that, Joe. That answers your question. Oh, by the way, look at this. See, I told you it's really, really hard to kind of sell the 7 to the 8 dots. But if you sold that dot, you would have totally made money. My point is, if you find yourself in a trend condition, and trend conditions happen very frequently around this time of the day, right? You can press that trend condition, and it's not at all inconceivable to go out there and get $500-$600 in a matter of 30-40 minutes, right? Pretty cool, right? All right, you guys want to do a couple of you guys want to do a raffle sign up? Let me do the link so I can be sure to. In 15 minutes, we're going to do the raffle. So go ahead and sign up. Those of you guys who are new in the room, please sign up. I'm going to give away the wheel of prop, my prop account wheel. We're going to make this a little more funner next time I do it with you guys. But for now, we'll keep it there. So 15 minutes, okay? Go out there, go do this. Let me see what the results of the. So very good. Look at this. No, 70% of you guys are focused when you trade. So that's really good. If you're focused when you trade, these dot trades are very, very lucrative for you, right? We took a few of these on here. You can see. Let me see if I think I can go to. I think we go to history. Where is this? Configure chart. I always forget. This global chart settings, turn indicator alert, sound turn, history, turn history on. Okay, yeah. So just like showing you guys history here for a second, right? You can see me, short here, buy here, short here, buy here. Then I get long here, exit long, long here, exit long, exit long. See, just trading the green dots. And if I had taken this green dot, which I haven't taken yet, but I could have taken this, and that would have been another really good trade, right? Let me just get rid of this history because it gets very what's history? Turn history off. Okay. Do you guys, by the way, I have a 2-chart solution, but when I'm going into a trade, is it useful to go full chart like this for you guys? Is it easier for you to see this like this, or are you okay on a 2-chart split when I'm doing trades? Speaking of possible trades here, if we go to the full chart here, is this going to give me a green dot? Maybe not on this candle, but maybe on the next one. And that would be the first, counter trend trade that we have here. Angela, you are 1,000,000% right. Wait, where am I? This is yes. It is very, very simple to execute. It's hard to code. We had to, there's a lot of intelligence behind those little dots, but it's easy to do, hard to create, which is hopefully, how all good things should work, right? Complexity should be hidden in simplicity. Everybody likes the split. All right, we'll go to the split because the split definitely gives you the view of both ways. Okay, no green dots here. Just barely missed the green dot, but that's fine. Now we're getting a green dot in gold here. And you see how NASDAQ really climbed up, right? I mean, you could tell, the great thing about like sort of the dot trade is it also very much is in sync with the macro theme. If you're sort of a believer the macro theme today was positive, and of course the data was positive against already the macro theme, then it just gives you the perfect entries. Just, all you got to do is just wait for those dots to come in, and you're coming in on those really good entries all the time. The take profit, Gavilan, as I've been trying to tell you, it's a fixed take profit. Fixed. 5 points on NASDAQ, $1 on gold. 10 ticks on gold, 20 ticks on NASDAQ. This way, you are not thinking about profit. Profit takes care of itself. You're just managing the risk on the other side and letting the profit, get hit the moment it gets hit. Green dot on the gold stuff. So we're going to take this. We'll see if this works. It's the first green dot in a very, very long move, but it can easily retrace. This is a counter trend trade. I'm not a lover of this trade, but I'll take it. Let's see if it shows me some love. You see, my stop is naturally +5 or sorry, +$1, 10 ticks, and the stop here in this case is underneath this candle. I can just move it up, tighten it up a little bit over here to match the label. If I want to really control my risk. But I don't love this trade. I'm just taking this trade, to show you. I don't think this trade. This is a first counter trend trade in a long trend sell-off. A much better trade, which is probably going to occur after I get stopped out on this, is going to be the next red dot trade, because the trend in gold is very much to the downside, and you want to trade the strength, not the counter strength. You only really want to trade the counter trends when you have when you have some semblance of a bottom, or it's really just grossly oversold. But in either case, the counter trend trades are never going to be as high probability as trend trades. Generally, I said, with the rule of thumb I said to everybody was that 65% trend, 25% counter trend. It probably should be 70-30. If we do 70-30, that should be fine. All right, good. We actually got done on the counter trend. So, yeah, I find that the more I shit on the trade, the more I bad talk the trade, the higher the probability I have of TPing it. Somebody said, "What is your trading superstition?" I never thought about it, but I think that's got to be my trading superstition. My trading superstition is I always want to shit on the trade that I'm in, and now that tends to help me TP. Hey guys, we're almost. Look at this. Look how nice this is. This account is almost at 51,000. We're a third of the way to fund it without really doing much today, right? Kind of chilling. No, Tom, I don't disable the flash because, as you can see, I use the red stop as my anchoring. I just don't use the green one. I just use I use the red as the point is that what's really good about this approach is you don't have to worry about managing your target. You just worry about managing your stop. So I always just simply adjust my stop to the red one. It's still a good anchoring point. Yes, glad that dots were enabled, and yeah, we'd love to see that. And GFAS, please let us know how you trade the S&P on that. I'd love to know. Love to know how that's going for you. All right, while we're waiting, there's not much going on over here. Again, let me just give you one last link to this. If you guys want this, I will give you, as I said, 3 free accounts. You don't have to be in the raffle. You can be in the raffle. You can win the raffle, and you also get the 3 free accounts for sure. Make your own luck. 6 months of everything we do, all my coaching, which is going to be very, very intense this year. Like this coaching sessions, I think you guys are going to really enjoy. The coaching sessions are in the private YouTube channels where there's a lot more interaction that we can have with each other, and I'm sort of very excited. The first one went really well, where I'm going to deconstruct step by step, strategy by strategy, every one of the other trading strategies that are embedded in this indicator. This indicator is like an iceberg. You only see 10% of its value because I'm just basically trading this with you guys on the simplest, easiest way of doing it, but and the fastest. But there's ways to make much larger P&Ls out of this indicator once I show it to you. So anyways, that's the story there. Come hang out with me and do that. Last Thursday was awesome. Huh? Great. Thank you. Yes, I really liked it. Yes. GFAS says the charts are much more vibrant than bell charts. Yeah, they're really good. I mean, the thing about bell charts that's really good is the functionality. Like, look how good this is. So we're going to go $1.23 on the clock. If this thing stays red, we're going to be able to short the NAS. And the thing that I love about Wells charts is, remember, this is one account. This is a different account. I could have literally 3 different accounts on my charts. I could have 2 of these versions. I'm just only sharing 1/4 of my screen space, but you could literally have this, 2 completely separate wealth charts all at once. You can't do any of that in TradingView because it doesn't allow you to, it limits you to just one thing. All right, what's going on over here? How much time do I have left here? 43 seconds left, 42 seconds left. Okay, let's, so I'm looking to take this as a possible sell signal. We'll see. So I did a little bit of AI research this morning. Look at this. Look at this. The red may go away completely. We gotta wait. Look at that. Just toes away. No correction. No correction just yet. All buyers. And look how beautiful. That's the beautiful part about the indicator is if there's no signal, there's no trade, right? Although now it's coming back. Okay, let's see. 2, 1. Nope. Okay, let it go. Let it go. Let it go. And we go higher. And we go higher. And we go to 22,000. Everybody who is, now remember I told you the really much better trade was going to be the sell trade in gold. So what is it? How much time do I have? You know what I have? The only hard time I have with all of this is I don't know why I'm trying to I can't get the clock visible here. Like I see the clock over here, $1.30, but for some reason when this is like doing it this way, I can't see the clock on this one. Yeah, do it this way. All right, anyways, I'm going to use this clock over here at 1:10. So if this stays red, we're going to short this because this is a trend momentum signal on the candle. And if it doesn't, that's actually pretty bullish because that means gold is sort of finding a bottom. $33 seconds on the clock. Let's see if the red dot holds. Nope. Look at that. That's why we don't trade. Well, yeah, that's it. That's why we don't trade. No red dot, no trade. No trade. And look, this just keeps on going. This is like the fourth. This is the sixth or the seventh green dot. I kind of stopped trading the upside here at the fifth, but I could have pressed you higher. I should have really pressed higher. You know, my greatest weakness is I love to pick tops and pick bottoms, but the continuity trades like this are just money. We could have had a couple of $100 more money in the session today, but you know, it's not bad for government work. Both of these accounts are almost a third of the way towards funding in less than a day. So we give it a shot. All right, 10:15. Hang on a second. Let me go find everybody's names. Okay. Okay, hold on a second, guys. I got to do something here. Because I don't want to show all of your email addresses. It's just showing me all the email addresses here. This is annoying. You guys are going to have to wait a few minutes because I got to erase all the email addresses. Amuse yourselves while I do this. My technical support is going to have to fix this for me. We didn't think this through. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm cleaning out everybody's email address because I don't want to show it in the thing here. What's going on over here? Still, look at that. We had more positive moves in gold. See how gold did not go negative dot, and therefore, all right, it's my first day trying to do this, so of course we're going to run technical difficulties. but I'm sure you guys don't care because all right, this is going to get very, very. Okay. All right, hang on a second, guys. I'm just trying to get everybody's names into a format that this thing is going to work up. It's going to work in. Oh, Yat, I haven't seen you in ages. How are you, man? Okay. All right. Any more newbies that want to go into the? I'm gonna add a few of your names I kind of butchered, but we'll do a better job tomorrow. Just relax. Okay. Almost there. I'm almost there. There's like a lot of names, guys. I had to literally manually edit because I didn't want you guys. I don't want to show your email addresses because I'm sure you guys don't want the world to see your email addresses if you don't have to. Okay. All right. Let's do this. Let's see if this is going to work. So we're going to go into the wheel of names. Okay. And are we ready? Are we ready for rock and roll? Okay, here we go. Click to spin. Let's see who's going to be the winner. Who's going to be the winner? Who's going to be the winner? It's going to be Jacob Stable. Very nice. Jacob, email me. Jacob already has free accounts. This is going to be a embarrassment of riches. So you're gonna just email me, and I'll be happy. I'll either send you a PayPal, or we can do like a digital credit to you. So just email me. The easiest thing would be PayPal. The easiest thing, by the way, if you guys for everybody who wants to do the raffles with me, is for you guys to have a PayPal account because then we can just totally fund you that way. But anyways, that was fun. Sorry it took a little while, but that was kind of fun. And look, we got a sell signal. We're gonna sell signal. We're gonna sell signal. Let's trade the last sell signal of the day. Let's see if this is gonna work for us. We got $1.04 on the clock. Oh, I think I figured out how to do this. I just have to do zoom in, and that's gonna give me the timing. Okay, 47 seconds left on this. Oh, that's what it is. If I move the crosshairs, you see the timer. If I move the crosshairs here, oh, this is cool. Look, 35 seconds here, 33 seconds here. It's the crosshairs. Ah, that's what it is. Okay. The crosshairs is what's screwing me up. Okay. Now, 4, 5, 3, 2, 1 seconds. We're going to sell the NASDAQ. for 5 points. Let's see if we can make that work here. Maybe not. We'll see. Nope. Too strong a trend, guys. But we're going to reverse this. If this gives me a green dot, we're going to reverse the trade if it doesn't work. But let's see. Not, not over till it's over. Let's see if I get a little bit of continuity to the downside here. I'm going to flatten out. I'm going to get out of this trade. I took a small loss on this. I don't care if it's going to work or not. It needed to come down right away. It didn't. There was no continuity. So we'll wait. I'll probably be happy to wait. If we get a green dot, we'll go the other way. This is a counter trend trade. It's always going to be less likely than a trend trade. But and watch it go positive now. Nope. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 positive dots before we could find a correction. Now, if this is going to be a red one, then I'm going to take this one because this is going to give me a little bit more confidence that this is going to be a corrective move. Good job for Tom. You probably got a better execution than I did. Okay, gold. 32 seconds left. Red dot on gold, which is a trend dot. I want to be there. And a trend, possibly a green dot on NASDAQ, which is a trend dot. So I want to be on both of those, but definitely on NASDAQ. 16, 17 seconds left. We're coming up. Trying to be very, very patient with this candle. Three, 2, 1. And we're long here. Let's see if we can get the move. And we're done. So the trend rules. I only had focus on 1-for-1 trade. I didn't have focus for gold, and NASDAQ is by far my most important instrument. So, okay, the red did not work, but you see how quickly we turn around and got it all back with the green dot. And green continuity. Next time we get a red dot, probably going to work at that point. So we'll come back and trade that. Look for more opportunities. There is no shortage of profit opportunities every single time for us, right? And even with lots and lots and lots of half-ass trades that I took here with you guys, which were not really legitimate trades, you can see that the net, we're up 345 with just a tiny little loss over here. On this account, the account itself is actually at 600, right? So this is the beautiful part about doing this. Even if you kind of screw up, your risk control is very, very limited. But if you're doing the things correctly, it's very, very fast to build. 10 trades builds you to $1,000 really, really quickly if you just focus on doing the right thing. My coaching is going to be Thursday. Coaching is always Thursday at 7 p.m. New York. If you're interested in coaching and free accounts, here's the link. Go sign up for this link. Get the free accounts. Get this. And Jacob, email me, and I'll take care of you for the free. We're going to do the raffle tomorrow, and I will promise you it'll be less sloppy than it is today. Okay. Thank you, guys. A really, really good session. Everybody had a wonderful time. I will see everybody tomorrow. I'll see everybody in Asia tonight if you guys want to trade with me on Asia. It'll be a whole different spiel. Okay? Everybody enjoy. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.